This is John Klaus. We're across the street over at Chili's, and I'm here with Jordan Ray today, and we're going to talk a little bit about wireless solutions for your office. What we're going to do is compare a kind of wireless solution that you might go and get off the shelf at Best Buy to something professional, kind of a best in breed, and just compare and contrast why you might do one or the other. So how's it going, Jordan?
Pretty good.
Good, good. So first of all, why don't we just start generally speaking about the differences between the two? What would you say would be the first difference?
Just the overall ease of use, the way we can scale the devices. You can do more with less devices in an enterprise environment. Security is a big key. Being able to get proper coverage throughout the office, and just staying up with technology for wireless technologies.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about coverage here for a second. What would you expect in coverage? Oh, say from a typical office, a small office, maybe 10 or 12 people, 3,000 or 4,000 feet in a typical office building. What would you expect it from something you got off the shelf?
Right, something got off the shelf, can cover that area, but it's going to be competing with a lot of other wireless technology that's probably in the same building or in the same area, and you're just not going to get that saturation and that blanket of coverage that's going to lead to the reliability that you're really looking for.
Okay, all right. How about in terms of, we talked about that small office. What about if you're going to grow that office? Say you're 10 or 12 people, but you're going to go to 50 people and you're going to take the whole floor.
Right.
What would that look like?
Yeah, you're really, in the smaller access points, you're really going to start pushing those really hard. The more you're adding functionality and you're adding people and load to that device, you're going to start to see some performance drops in that device versus something that's a little bit more robust is going to be able to be much more scalable and handle that additional load and be able to cover more area. The radios are a lot stronger in the consumer grade, commercial grade devices, and they are in the consumer devices, and some of those things.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about that security issue a little bit more. How would you feel more secure with the professional solution?
So, just like any other technology, it's important to stay ahead of the curve, and the consumer grade technology on the security side is potentially weaker because there's so much of it out there. The market's been really saturated with just so much of the consumer grade wireless that all of the vulnerabilities have been exposed, and being able to hack those wireless technologies can be done, a lot easier than it can in the enterprise class device that is more leading that edge, leading that curve, and being able to stay ahead of all of those techniques that are being performed and keeping your wireless connectivity secure for the long run.
Okay, good. How about for the person managing the network? What would the difference be in their experience?
Right, so being able to automate a lot of functions and being able to scale a network is just one of the things that happens really seamlessly in the enterprise wireless world. Having a single pane of glass to be able to configure multiple access points without having to treat these access points as individual APs is huge in the point of management time. It's not really a factor when you have one access point, but as you grow and you develop needs and requirements to have more than one, it's important to keep your efficiencies there on how you manage those devices. Little things like, I need to change the password for the wireless key because it's been some time. If you've got multiple devices, you're going to have to manage each of those devices separately versus an enterprise class solution that's going to let you have a single pane of glass to make those configuration changes, and then everything else on the back end happens seamlessly.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks for answering these questions. And if you've got more questions, you can reach out to us. Our contact information, Jordan's contact information, is right below. And if you'd like us to come out and do an assessment where we could actually give you a nice graphical report of what a wireless network might look like at your place, we'd be happy to do that. Just contact Jordan and he'll take care of that for you. Thanks.